You had pizza this week, didn't you?
Like 3 times.
Fuck you. You can go. I would even.
Literally every weekend that I go over to Bridget's, like we have pizza like at least
Pizza
twice.
in the morning.
I would even have 10 boxes of those little microwave rectangle pizzas. I would even go for that shitty pizza that you guys showed me at the Walmart.
Yeah, that was bad. You wouldn't go for that.
I would pick off all the pepperoni and eat them one by one, and I would enjoy them because I haven't eaten pizza in that long.
Why don't you just go eat pizza?
I don't have money for pizza.
What do you have money for that's not pizza?
Gas. Only get like
He's
$10
saving
at
for
a
a
time.
baby.
Do you just not eat?
The whenever I do get other food, it's McDonald's because I don't have enough money to apparently get pizza, as
Dude,
Gage says every time we
Go
get
to
food.
Little Caesars.
That's what I say. $5, hot and ready pizza. It's like, Gage, $5, and he's like, no, we could be getting like a whole 3-course meal at McDonald's with a whole.
Are you kidding
right?
me?
I was like,
Fuck
$5
that.
is gonna get you,
You can
2
get-
hot and spices and a Coke.
Yeah, like maybe one person's food.
Yeah.
Although, well, whenever we do go, he's like, oh, but we have to use $5 gas to get to Little Caesars, and
Are you kidding?
because we have like $10 at a time apparently, and it's like it's fucking complicated.
Fuck that.
But when I'm going to be scrapping my Honda soon, finally, and I'm actually going to be able to keep all the money. And first thing I'm going to do is buy a fucking pizza. Buy 3 pizzas.
3 pizzas.
Fuck everybody else. Those are all for me in one go.
If you
So I want to thank everybody for joining the Hey We're Friends podcast. This is episode 32. We missed a week, but tonight I'm your host, Spanky.
Stop feeling yourself.
I will always feel myself.
Hey,
And I have my co-host, Jacob,
Hey.
and our regulars, part of the crew.
Taryn.
some guy named Matt.
See, at least we didn't say it this time. He did it.
Not gonna plug Dime this time.
No, because y'all fucking laugh at me for it.
You're a diamond breed.
What was that?
That was a bad pun.
That was
Yeah,
double.
Do you
that
feel
was like
bad?
double
You
pun.
should feel bad.
I don't at all. I'll explain why later.
I was listening to you guys bicker about pizza, and I'm just like, wait, it's already 5 o'clock.
It's an issue that needs to be solved now.
That is a world problem.
Our fans, you must send me pizza. It's not just a courteous act. It's an act of helping. It's a charity act, I can say, because it's keeping me from starving, and it's also fulfilling my need for pizza because it's been too long.
He has mouths to feed.
His.
Mine. I'll replicate my mouth to eat a bunch of pizzas if I could.
I actually second that.
Who wouldn't?
I would.
If my
mean,
belly
think
button,
about it.
If my belly button could open up and just, if I could stuff pizza in there, it would work.
Okay,
Because I
wait,
could just
okay.
roll up a whole pizza into a pizza burrito and just
Alright.
stuff it in there.
I know Spanky hasn't watched Naruto, but have you guys?
Yes.
On and off.
So are you familiar with at least Matt and anyone who happens to listen to this who also knows
The guy with mouths in his
when
hand.
he uses his shadow clone
Oh, dude.
technique, right? When he creates a bunch of clones of himself, it's said in the show, it's explained that he gets all the experience that the clones get back to him when they come back to him.
Yeah.
So if all of them eat a whole pizza and then they go back to him, does he die?
See, I thought you were about to start talking about the guy who's got like mouths in his hands.
Data.
No, not
Yeah.
him. But you see what I'm saying, though?
Actually, he probably would. Like the moment they all come back, especially since he can replicate him like thousands of himself. Like the moment they all come back, his heart just goes.
Did he
And
do that?
I don't think his heart is the problem. I think
I
it's
could have
his
sworn he would have
stomach.
done it with ramen already in the show, though.
He's only eaten ramen by himself without transforming or doing any techniques or anything. But
Yeah, but I'm
as far
assuming.
as I know.
Okay, I don't watch the anime, but I know the clone technique because I've seen at least that happen.
Uh-huh.
And to my assumption, I don't think he's going to use it to eat. Only
No. I would.
But I'm
Why wouldn't you?
Choji
But I'm
would.
saying, would that happen if he did?
dude, that would be mental.
You gotta be really careful when you use these techniques, man.
Dude, like
Be careful,
what-
Spanky.
Okay, how many clones would it take for him to like rupture his
Just-
stomach?
I mean,
Like
how many
2.
pizzas would it take?
Like okay, how
It would be
full are
more
you after
spectacular.
one pizza?
Okay,
One
you-
whole
you're
pizza.
Like a
asking
whole pizza?
me this.
Yes.
I couldn't go.
I'm
and
not a
eat-
good person to ask.
Okay,
Matt.
if I
Okay.
eat a whole pizza by myself, I can't I can't go anymore. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm willing myself to do
So
it.
Come on.
all he would have to
Bro,
do
no.
is,
The whole
is
pizza.
Don't-
make
no.
one
I'm
clone.
talking about like a large.
have
Yeah.
them both
No,
eat a
I've
large
done it.
pizza
No.
and then come together. There'd be too much food in his stomach.
I can tell you, like,
It would
I
pop.
can eat a pizza and a half.
He would be mostly pizza.
Pizza the Hut.
Okay, well, for Spanky, we'd have to make like 7 clones.
So, so Naruto clones himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop being
And like
talented.
each clone, like you know, munches on like a pizza each, and then when they come together, instead of like dying or imploding, he just like projectile vomits as soon as like he
whole
reassembles.
pizzas.
Like, I don't know what the fuck he says to get everybody back, but as soon as like he's together, he was like,
Similarly, I have another question. Because, okay, he can turn his clones into other things, right? So, what if he clones himself once, he turns that clone into a pizza, and then somebody else eats it, and then it goes back to him? What happens?
They couldn't eat him. They
What?
could,
Does
they
he get
couldn't
the
eat him. Because with enough damage against a clone, poof.
But what if they just eat him in one bite?
Then you'd have to be Choji and swallow him whole.
But what if they do?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
would he have the experience of
Wait.
being eaten?
I got a question. Why didn't we come up with this like while we were making a what if episode?
Because we can't really do this very easily.
Because this
Well-
is perfect shit.
let's
Can
just
you-
take one of us and like film one scene like 8 times with one person.
Oh no, I could definitely do this. Give me enough time. I could do this in VFX.
Challenge accepted.
I could do this in VFX. We need to make this.
I mean,
Just-
I'm for it if anyone wants
Okay,
to
are we-
do it.
are we
Who's
going to-
buying all the pizza though?
That was the question I was going to ask. Do we only
Let's
buy
just-
one pizza and clone it with the person?
Well, the idea
or
is...
should we have 7 pizzas?
I mean, if I'm not
I
buying
think-
the pizzas, I think we should have 7 pizzas.
I think we should have 7. I think even if I'm buying the pizza, we should have 7 pizzas.
Guys,
Because 7 is definitely greater
guys,
than
I'm
1.
liking where this is going. Matt's buying the pizza. I don't have to
Settled.
feel guilt for eating 6 pizzas, and you guys can use a 7th.
Well,
Welcome
to the podcast.
Laugh ourselves out.
Okay, so
Do we actually have a topic list tonight?
it is, but it's shit, and I honestly would prefer not to use it. But I can. pull it up
Can
if
we
you
at
want.
least look at it and laugh at
I
it?
want to point out that Maddie said that we need to make dad jokes like
Yeah.
the whole podcast.
Yeah, she requested that we make dad jokes at your
When?
expense.
When and why did she say this?
Like a couple hours ago. Or
Yeah, I
something?
think at like noon. I could pull up the message. Nope, that's you.
They look the
just kidding.
same. They're like the same person.
If Taryn does go to the podcast tonight, you should all make dad jokes at him.
That's but she's confused. That's what it confused me for a second. What kind like
Exactly.
jokes of being
Yeah,
dad or
exactly.
dad jokes?
Exactly.
Jacob
I
made
try.
the same
I
question.
tried to. I look it up because I assume she meant because
Like it make fun of like not make fun of the fact
Make
of dad,
fun
but
of
make
the
like dad
news.
jokes or make actual dad jokes.
So the thing is,
Oh, by the way,
I tried
Taryn
to
has
look
an
it up.
announcement to make.
Oh, go ahead, and then I'll
Oh yeah,
start.
guys! If you guys are all confused about what we're all talking about, guess what?
You can't even say it without laughing.
No, it's because Spanky's laughing. I don't
You
even know
okay?
why.
You okay, Spanky? Spanky's
Spanky's
choking
dying.
on water.
Well, my announcement that Spanky was I was actually going. I forgot to say it on whenever we were recording Shovel Knight on our last session. I'm going to have a baby. The
Out
crowd
of
would.
his anus.
My butt is going to shit out a shit baby.
Why the anus? Can it be like the
The-
urethra?
The penile?
That would be. That's
Yeah.
like that's pushing a watermelon through a straw.
I would much rather.
It can be done.
Granted,
You gotta turn
granted,
into
neither
a slush
option
first.
is
If you
fun.
can
I would
believe.
rather push a baby out of my ass than out of my dick.
What if Ant-Man was there?
What?
If he could
Ant-Man
shrink
was
the
my
baby.
child?
If
Fuck
Ant-Man,
yeah.
if Ant-Man was real,
Ant baby.
you know what Ant-Man would do if he was real? He would use his technology to shrink kidney stones, and then he would be rich.
I was gonna say visit his niece and nephew.
I'm just saying, y'all never want me to be Ant-Man. You know why? I'm still gonna find one person. It may be the most disgusting thing I ever do in my life. I'm gonna curl up that dude's dick and then grow back to normal size.
Oh, I was about to say they need a matectomy.
Oh, I wouldn't.
You get paid to walk into a hospital. Okay, we need you to shrink down, crawl into that guy's ass, and tell me if he has any sore spots.
Dude, that would be the most terrifying experience, having somebody shrunk inside of you. Because at any moment, something can go wrong and trigger the enlargement. And you just fucking explode while
Yeah.
he comes out of you.
But at the same time, what if you accidentally trigger more shrinkage? You are forever trapped in the molecules of his ass.
I would
Why
shit
is
him out at
nobody
some
thinking
point.
about? Why aren't y'all thinking about the worst part?
What's
You're gonna
that?
be crawling through shit.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine that you're crawling into an asshole. It's just the concerns are what could go wrong with the person's asshole that you're going into.
What happens if you get lost?
Okay, that's also on the shit topic. You can get lost in shit.
You could just literally be like in there, and like an hour later, you're like, "Hello, hello." And then
But-
what happens when that guy freaks
but
out and
essentially-
finally enlarges himself?
If you're saying hello inside of an asshole, like someone's gonna respond.
Who's
what
going
do you do whenever somebody says, "Oh, hello," back?
And then you just find Lindsay Lohan
right.
in the corner.
There's just
Hey.
an echo coming from the colon.
Everybody,
Yeah.
this one's for Maddie.
Oh shit.
So anyway, I looked up on the internet dad jokes or jokes about dads, but I couldn't find any that weren't like these. So I'm sorry. Archaeology really is a career in ruins.
Oh, man.
So-
Another. I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
I do have to ask, Taryn, now that you are.
Did we merit that with a laugh?
Wait.
I don't know.
Now,
A nice hearty fatherly laugh.
I do have to ask, though, now that you're going to be a father, do you all of a sudden feel this uncontrollable urge to go to Home Depot and then build a deck?
The urge to go to Home Depot has never changed for me, but it's not a deck, it's a treehouse.
Secondly, are you aware that dads are not born? They are created. Whenever you die, you will turn into a pile of sawdust, and you will come back a new dad.
Well, that makes me think about what if I was born as a dad? I come right out of the room, hey. How's it going, son?
No, you come right
Don't
out of
spank me on the ass, doctor, that's my job.
you come right out and just like immediately start bitching about the traffic.
Hey, Mom.
On the way out, this guy cut me the fuck off.
Hey, Mom, you have any legal advice for me? I'm thinking about getting my own place. It's just a little baby with like a partial beard. He's either got a small suit or like a vest on.
No, it has to be like a sweater vest.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
You're a pedophile.
Whoa!
Howdy, neighbor.
Okay.
I love how you said Bill Cosby, but then you did
Reference Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
Okay.
Well, if it was Bill Cosby, the only reference you can do to that is the.
Where did we derail?
Pudding pops.
We derailed somewhere. What
Uh,
was that?
Derailed
We
from
were
what?
never
From
on
which
the
part?
fucking rail. When you hit play,
he is
we
kind
were
of
off.
right because we digressed from the dad jokes.
Yeah.
Instead, now
I'm
he's
sorry,
a pedophile.
Brianna. I don't mean to subject you to this.
What happened?
Well,
We got to comment in the,
What'd she say?
because
Do
this
we-
is a
wait,
live
do we
podcast,
have viewers?
and
Yeah,
our
I know,
audience
I'm-
can interact with us.
I know. I've known this.
Please
I'm
interact
asking
with
you
us.
for what it says. My glasses aren't on.
Oh, Brianna said, "Oh my God, what did I click onto?"
Oh.
It's
Prepare
the
for a
s-
wild ride.
It's the same thing every day. We talk about nonsense, and every now and again, a dick gets brought up into the conversation. Come on, Matt, we're waiting for you.
Why me?
Because whenever we
Ooh,
a couple last like 2 times ago in podcasts, we said we were going to single out the one person who's going to point out dicks. They're going to be the first one to come up with dicks inside the conversation.
well, technically it was you.
No, it was. Shut up. He actually said dicks though,
Okay.
so I still blame him.
All right. Anyway, so Matt had sex.
Yeah.
Did it finally happen?
Like he was just like, so here's this one fact. We've all had sex, but Matt
Tell me
Matt
a
has had
story.
the greatest of sex.
Tell me a story, Matt. Paint a picture in my head.
I'm not gonna go there, but I can say one thing. We are actually now going to have physical proof that he had sex.
Oh, you're right.
That was in question before.
Yep.
Yeah, we were just sitting around being like, you know who didn't have sex? Taryn. And they're like, yeah, for sure. It's never going to happen.
This being said, from the guys who always say that, well, not Jacob, the ones who always say that me and Jacob are the best looking ones in the group.
Well,
Yeah, I kinda agree.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You two are the best looking guys.
Neither of us
I'm
would.
pretty sure,
That's-
but I'm pretty
that's
sure somewhere.
subjective. That's just your opinion.
No, okay, I can like poll all of my
This
friends.
is a
and we
fact.
can make this happen.
Yeah, but that's like it's still biased
will have
because you're asking
nothing
friends.
outside.
Look.
Yeah, I can ask strangers to just look
No.
at all four of us objectively.
I'm just.
If you're asking, you really think they're gonna be like, by the
Oh,
way, you're
Spanky.
not attractive.
Spanky, you are the greatest looking one.
Okay, how about we do this as subjective as possible? We take a picture of each of us and we break down each of our facial features. I guarantee you, mathematically and scientifically, we can prove that you two are far more attractive than us two.
So you're going to...
Wait, I got a better solution. How about we all make Meet Me accounts?
I was just thinking that. Why Meet Me? Well, of all the things,
Don't know shit.
like, I feel like Meet Me is the one like place you can make a thing and be a guy and still get a bunch of messages.
I'm gonna...
Oh,
I'm going...
well,
I'm going to
that
better,
never happened for me.
I'm going to make this a better. I'm going to go hard mode for all, so it'll be even for all of us. BlackPeopleMeet.com and Christian Mingle.
Just Christian Mingle. Let's go with Christian Mingle. We need to know what Christians think.
Are we going to be honest with it?
Oh, I would
Like, would
be.
people know that
Well,
none of
no,
us are
well,
particularly religious?
Well, they would be objectifying, but we wouldn't have like
What?
full-on
What the
descriptions.
hell? There's a I don't remember who told me or like how I know, but one of the Christian Mingle commercials, apparently one of the actors in it was an atheist. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, dude, why not farmers only? We're all white.
Whites only.
Wow. So
Surprising.
we're probably gonna get yelled at by somebody.
Mm-mm.
Y'all are racist assholes.
Hey, we've been rated MA from the beginning.
Look,
Good point.
You can say whatever you want and not be racist. You know, like in your heart, you're just joking, right?
Like, Matt is a sexist piece of shit fag.
And
Yeah.
you hate Jews.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
He finally agreed. He does hate Jews. We've been trying to get him to agree to this for.
No, you've been trying
Like
to
a
convince
year?
me. You've been brainwashing me to be anti-Semitic because you're really
The Nazi.
I got nothing here.
I'm the new Hitler. Right?
You're just one toothbrush mustache away.
The
One toothbrush mustache.
I would. By the way, there is now a TV show on Netflix that has Hitler coming back from the past into our time.
I remember
I've
that.
seen that promo.
What
I'm
was
just
it
saying.
called?
I'm just saying. I wish to God that instead of him coming back looking like normal Hitler, I wish he would have came back and like Hitler looks like a hipster. Because then I would have been like, ha! I don't know why. That'd just make me happy.
I've heard you say that multiple times that like Hitler would be a hipster. I've heard this before from you.
No, it's not just Hitler. It's pretty much everybody bad. What? What?
Oh, he's
You have perfect timing, Matt. You are now to that one person. You are the new Hitler.
it's
The
official.
first thing they hear when they come into this podcast. Look what you did.
Quote. I
Whoa.
finally get it to load, and all I hear is, "I am the new Hitler." What in God's name?
In God's name, Matt is Hitler now.
Oh God. First off, I'm not actually the new Hitler. That was a joke. Second off,
Y'all wait.
you
Don't let
can't
that fool
really
you.
wait. Second off, you really can't believe that because that's what Hitler would say.
I was about to say that. That's what Hitler would say in today's society. I'm not Hitler. I'm Matt.
That saying is so overused, by the way, in
What?
today's society. Like, I would write papers in college, and the only, like, thing that my professors would tell me is, don't start with in today's society.
So you know what?
Nowadays.
You know what I would then transition to start
in
every paper
current
with
population.
in tomorrow's society.
In Tomorrowland, we have.
In future societies. Da-da-da-da-da.
In society, 5 minutes before I wrote this paper.
That literally just informs him. By the way, it took me 5 minutes to research this whole paper.
I like it. Like in college, writing a paper was more lenient. Like because if you knew your professor well enough, you can write in jokes, and they would appreciate it.
Oh, I'm not
Like
like
you could be a little bit more lighthearted and less scholarly with your college papers because apparently you don't need to worry that much about being a scholar in college.
I don't know. Like for some of mine, like I openly told them I did no research, like at all. It was from base knowledge that I already knew, and they would still give me A's because they were like, "Well, your information wasn't all 100% correct, but you got across your point very well." And I would literally make A's from just a quick Google search and then a bunch of bullshit. And I would be upfront with them, and I would tell them, like, by the way, I didn't research any of this.
I can tell you about like 90% of every paper I've written has been bullshit.
Yeah.
You
I
know
can guarantee
when
you that.
you know those speeches that Donald Trump gives, where he never gets right to the point.
Oh, he's just like
That's me writing an essay. Me, I got words. I got the best words.
I have all of the words, and they're better than their words.
What's sad is true.
Yeah.
Most
That
of
you-
no,
In
most of
today's
my
society,
essays,
we're going to hell.
most of my essays were actually, this is me. Oh, and me. Let me try not to digress and get back to the subject.
Intermission. A big cat escaped its cage at the zoo yesterday. If I saw that at Puma Pants.
That okay. The whole Puma Pants thing has been making me laugh for the past 5 years. No matter how many times I hear it, it's still hilarious.
Got him tearing at the seams.
Oh god, fuck. Son of a bitch.
There's a whole Twitter page dedicated to bad dad jokes.
Welcome to your new home.
No, you know what's bad? Whenever you don't even have a child and you do dad jokes. Hint: my brother Nick. My brother Nick was 16 when he started. He came into the harsh reality of his dad joke syndrome. He didn't even know it until we had the intervention with him to make him realize that he was taking on the life of horrible dad jokes.
What are you laughing at, man?
He's pointing at me if the audience wanted to know what Matt was laughing about.
Oh my god.
I didn't even think Taryn got to a punchline yet.
I didn't even have one. I was thinking of him while I was going through.
I knew he didn't have one. But the thing was, the moment that he said my brother, I was like, he's gonna take this like it's a druggy guy, and he went with it. And I was
No,
just
but
like,
the sad
fucking
part.
love you.
The sad part is, I didn't make any of it up. He had actually some pretty good dad jokes, but they were serious dad jokes.
Now, I have a question.
Like there were some A+ like dad jokes in here.
Hardcore.
They were dad joke gold.
Competition wise.
I just have two things real quick. We can move on from dads after that if we can. One is the moment the baby pops out, you are to take the birth certificate, run into the other room away from your girlfriend or if you get married, wife, so
Right
she
on,
can't
with
change
Sharpie.
it, and just go Cobra Commander. And then give it to them. And that's her name.
The nickname will be Cece.
And secondly, the moment that baby comes out, before they hand you the scissors to cut the umbilical cord, if you don't pop out with a dad joke within 30 seconds, we will all be disappointed.
My plan for right whenever the baby comes out, I'm singing. I'm gonna alter the lyrics if it's a boy or a girl. Isn't she lovely? And I'm gonna sing the whole damn song just so I can have the less than 1 minute old part and actually have it legit.
Okay, what if like Maddie's like, delivering and like you have your whole little like what is it, surgical like robe, whatever. I'm sucking at words. But anyway, you're all dressed out for the occasion, you have the gloves on and everything, you're just ready. But the second
You're ready to catch it.
You see the baby crown and you're just like, nope, and you just fucking run out of the hospital.
No.
Wait, hold on. Are you
I'd
guys?
fully expect him to just like see, because I mean, you've had sex with that. It looks beautiful. Now it looks.
No,
my God.
It looked beautiful in the first place. Look, this is going to be a topic of no shame to me because I've gone through a lot of conversations with my old friend Doug. Vaginas are not attractive to me. Are they supposed to be? Like when you look at a vagina, it's like, oh,
They're beautiful.
that is
Okay.
fucking.
Okay,
Oh,
I have seen some pretty cute vaginas. The soft and pillowy ones.
did you? Whenever you saw, if it was a picture of it
elaborate
or
on
anything.
soft and pillowy.
They look bouncy.
Look at a
They're
picture.
clean.
Look at a picture that is
fuck, dude?
strictly just a vagina, and the picture is only the vagina. Look at that, and look at it in detail, and tell me how you feel about it. Here we are on the Spank and Jake podcast, searching up vaginas.
All right, intermission. You know what I hate, guys? Perforated lines. They're terrible.
Oh my God.
You know
Yep. We are.
I'm looking up that
That's all
jokes too.
blurred. Oh wait.
We're.
Show me a bouncy one, Spanky.
Oh my God. If you
Show me a vagina that reminds me of a bounce castle.
I got it, guys. Don't worry.
Look, that
So
right
like-
there. That sign. Look, left. No. The model of it. Brother,
Oh,
look.
oh.
No, or is look up to the model.
That's,
Okay, this is an audio podcast, so I feel bad for everybody.
Everybody who's listening,
post a
Google, Google,
Post the link to the image
Yeah.
I find.
yeah, you can do that.
Google
Somebody who's like
vaginal
lagging,
model.
they click the link in real time, and like, whoa! Shit, hold on, I can find. Tumblr is the best place to
Wait,
go
hold
for
on.
I like that
vaginas.
little penis picture with the
I saw
hearts.
That, that tiny little, it's like kawaii dick.
Hold on, we're on Tumblr now.
Are we?
Oh, the next best.
Vaginas.
How do I explain this to my
Search on
girlfriend?
You don't have to.
Oh,
Just
this isn't
say
gonna- Oh
this is
wait.
a regular.
Wait.
There's a tree with a vagina.
Can you just have typed in porn?
I think this is just.
Why is it the opposite of what I
Oh
want?
my God! What did you see
Why is there
that?
everything
that
but
was like
vagina?
A
Okay,
Japanese
okay.
draw- That's like a.
I feel like we're drawing away from the whole podcast thing with all of this. God damn it,
I'm
Baker.
still looking. I'm still looking.
Anybody have anything to add in the comments?
It takes a lot of balls to play golf the way I do. I'm
Yeah.
on the dad joke.
Whoa! I think we got a demonstration.
Demonstration?
Not demonstration. Illustration.
Oh, which one do you like, Spanky?
No, the one that I was talking about.
Dude, those are.
Uh huh.
Oh, you mean the base, like just the front look?
Yeah, right here. The 4 type. You know what? I'm going to share the link so everybody can see what I'm looking
Go
at.
check out the 4-type vagina in this link.
Oh my
I
God.
want to take a look at.
And they click the link and they're like, "What the fuck?"
I think from now on, nobody's allowed to call me Matt. I do not want this associated with any future employment opportunities.
Matt,
So
what are you
Matt
talking
Taylor,
about,
God damn it.
random fact about Matt's life.
Actually, I'm
Yeah, we're good.
I'm done looking at vaginas.
Are you?
We can
Are you?
digress.
You know who else is?
Who?
My brother. Oh wait. I'm sorry.
Has he ever seen one?
He never started.
Oh man, that's.
Oh, I thought
Why
you
do
were
you
about
gotta
to
rip
like.
it to your brother?
No, I'm
I
just
honestly
joking.
thought you were about to inform me that he's gay, because I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I wish he were. I've been saying it for years. I wish he were gay.
Hey, you're not Matt anymore. You're New Hitler. That's your name.
Great. Now I'm never gonna get a job.
Matt.
But
So what's your name? New Hitler? I didn't have good parents.
Mattler.
That's its full name.
That's like naming someone.
No, it's New Hitler. I never got into art school.
Aww.
See, actually, think about it. If you think about it, Hitler never got accepted into art school. Therefore, one thing led to another, and the U.S. nuclear bombed Japan. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in between you're not finding out. But
I mean,
It
yeah,
sounds like a
just-
terrible
Honestly.
speech and debate. Or
Honest-
everything ends in nuclear war.
honestly, if you think about it, though, Hitler caused the nuclear bombing of Japan.
But you know who killed Hitler?
Hitler.
Hitler. The guy who killed Hitler is really a hero.
Yep. You remember Hitler was right. What if Hitler was right?
Okay, let's actually. There's something I wanna bring it down a little bit. I think
Bring what
we're
down?
too crazy right now.
What's too crazy?
All of it.
Kristen's not here. It's not too crazy.
I found one of my favorite dad jokes.
Okay.
Dad, make me a sandwich. Poof, you're a sandwich.
By the way, I was saying that because every time she's here, all we do is talk about dildos for 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, we just.
Well, there's
finished
just
talking
so
about
many.
vaginas, So
Yeah, but we didn't talk about them for an hour. Only like
maybe
10
maybe
minutes.
10 minutes. Hashtag Hitler did nothing wrong. Okay, Maddie, I would like to add that girls do harshly judge dicks based on looks, and there are pretty ones and ugly
Oh,
ones.
come on.
Mine's pretty.
She-
Pretty sure. I got references.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, there are good-looking vaginas and not so good-looking
Yeah,
vaginas.
sure.
And I think it's the same thing with penises.
I would imagine.
But
I mean, most.
But like,
I don't know.
consistently, penises aren't as attractive as vaginas.
That's not objective, though.
no, objectively, because all you see is a rod, but like the vagina can be, it can be plush.
But
All
it
you
can
see
be
is a hole.
long.
But it can be a bent
So
rod.
many-
But that rod could be bent.
It really, you can't
Is that a
just
positive?
say
No.
something is
Depending
objective
on
like
which
that.
direction.
It depends on which direction, honestly.
Left.
It's left.
Why not right?
No,
Not mine. I'm just saying, like, it's left is the
left is
popular
the good
one.
But why
I
not
know
right?
this.
Well,
Well,
if you were in mercenary,
Your left would be her right. So
it
I
would. If you
guess.
had actually
Rewind the
scientifically, scientifically they said that the best, I guess, shape of dick to pleasure a woman is a slightly up curved, because
Yeah.
it hits just in the G spot. As it goes, instead of it going straight in and out, it's like bending, rubbing onto the G spot.
Well,
By the way, Spanky's the one who said, let's tone down the crazy, and then kept talking about dicks and
well,
vaginas.
no, it's because we never like answered or like concluded that like conversation. We just went into like this obscure let's look at vaginas thing
Well, you did.
instead of like making comment about it.
How about you calm down, Spanky?
I am calm.
Matt,
But-
calm down, Matt. Damn it, Matt, calm down. Come on.
But what
Look at you.
What I wanted to talk about was like your experience finding out that you were going to be a dad.
Oh, when
Repeat
he
the
first found
question?
out.
Yeah, like when you first found out.
What was
that
my
you were gonna be-
reaction?
Yeah,
She told you, right?
Terrified.
I can imagine. You're 20? You turned
21.
21? Oh, okay. When did you turn 22?
March 20th.
Yeah, your birthday
Yeah,
was last
yeah, it's
month.
already-
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot
Last
your birthday.
month.
I'm a good friend. I love
Last
you.
month. 2 months ago.
But like how long has she been pregnant now?
I think it has been. Maddie, correct me if I'm wrong. And I think it's been. I want to say 10 to 12 weeks, but it might be a little more. Now here's the reiteration
okay.
from ads.
Do people Do people say weeks to sound more impressive until the months catch up?
I am not going to be I'm not going to be, oh,
No.
my baby is 48 months old.
Now
I'm going to be, my baby's fucking 2.
Now I do have a question though.
11 weeks.
See, I was
If you
Yeah, I
know
was close.
that
I was
that
basically
information,
right.
do you also know for sure which night it was conceived?
Yes. She got an app, and the way her app goes is that
she got an app.
she marks down
I think I know what she's using.
it
I've
marks
heard of
down like her days of ovulation and her period days, and it all whenever she continuously keeps marking down days of had sex, it goes by average, and you can actually track back as well as I guess forward, if the app works like that. But you can check what most likely day it was that it was conceived.
Were you
So-
guys just not safe? Is
No, she started using the app like a week late, and we accidentally had sex on one of her ovulation days. But she's on birth control, or she
Okay,
was.
okay.
But because if she wasn't ovulating, she wouldn't have gotten pregnant.
I have something to point out about. So
why no condoms?
because she's on birth control. But
No,
but anyway, so to point something out to you, you know how birth control is like 99.9 whatever. It's actually, if you account for a human error and everything, it's more like 80%. Just wanted to stick that in there, kind of like, you know, you.
Oh, here we go with the dad jokes again.
But how far along was she when you found out?
3-4 weeks. Not too.
So about
not
a
too far.
month?
Yeah.
Do
Not too
you
bad.
think you're ready to be that?
Not yet. I'm still in the process of getting ready
I
and
believe in
preparing.
you. I think
That
you
is
got
that
it.
is the biggest surprise of this podcast. Hearing that from Jacob
What?
before the rest of you.
Well, I mean, okay.
No,
Yeah,
just
okay, your
just the
girlfriend-
I believe in you
Your
part.
girlfriend is calling you out. Taryn dislikes condoms. I bought a fucking box and never used a single one.
Maddie, do I have to reiterate the argument that we had?
They're gonna
whenever-
argue over the podcast.
That you also had a drop in the conversation about how you didn't like how condoms feel during sex.
I mean, no one really
Anyway.
argues that, you know, it feels better without a condom.
I think at
That's what
this
she
point-
said.
I think at this point, three
And
of
I
us
can
should just leave the room.
and I can point and look. I can say this now. It what and I'm gonna call her out. What did she say?
look, I just okay.
Look, wait. Here's the thing. I'm going to call her out on this now, so she can look back on this, because she's gonna regret calling me out in that one instance. It's not that I had a pullout game, if so to speak, if you know what I mean.
I know what pulling
Nobody-
out is, bro.
No, it's that there was no pullout game,
Oh.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you left
Are
it
you
in,
trying
no
to mean
shit.
something?
She wanted me to. It feels good
Oh, I
to
got.
the
Oh,
woman in that,
gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, we got it.
But she,
What is your response?
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! What did she say?
She knows I'm right.
What did she fucking say?
She said, "Nigga, fuck you."
Okay, I'm just saying this. You know women get hornier when they're pregnant, right? You realize you probably ain't getting any for a while
Oh
now.
no, she's telling me, oh, I got my sex. I have my, well, what's fuck? What do they call it? My sexual, not urges.
Libido?
My sex drive.
Oh.
She says she
Well,
having
that's
her
the
sex
libido.
drive now, and I'm like, I'm constantly telling her, wait for it. It's gonna keep. It's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be flipping back
bro,
and forth.
Bro.
I'm just
What'd you say
saying.
this time?
I don't want you in trouble, man.
Oh no, I shared it this time because you shared it on air, Mads. So
Wait, what?
let's digress from this topic.
What did she say?
She tried to call me out,
I
and
wish
then
you
she's
could
trying
see
to
the
get mad at
chat.
me.
Yeah, I can't. Even with my glasses on, I can't.
Let me see.
You guys, you're tearing this family apart. What are you doing? Oh.
Oh yeah, that helps. Zooming in.
All right.
He's already in trouble. Okay, Matt, can you see the chat now?
Yes, I can. I told you that was a bad idea.
No, she asked for it this time.
No, she didn't.
Don't worry, I'm just piling more on.
Well,
this
given
time,
that-
Matt.
Well, granted, he's going to be a dad now, so he might as well make dad level fuck ups. And I think he just made his.
It was
first
nice
one.
knowing you, though.
Yeah, you're dead.
We're gonna have to find
Man,
a new one
yeah, I know.
already.
Dang.
You've only been a part of the crew for like what, 3 months?
Has it already been that long?
Yeah, and now you're gone
Mm.
because you're not gonna make it out alive.
Damn. Now we need another person for like the second show and a new editor.
We're looking to replace half of the crew already.
Fuck you, Spanky.
Jacob, I think it's time to go back to basics.
Like so too. We need to go back to how we started, having some fun, man.
Fuck you. Spanky.
R.I.P. me.
Fuck you, Spanky.
It's a shame it had to end so soon. I'm gonna feel so sorry whenever you see her again, because like you guys only see each other on the weekends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But since that you guys are gonna be parents, how's that gonna work out? Are you guys planning on getting a place together?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Naturally, but
Naturally.
do you? Okay, this is probably too personal. Let's just move on.
Yeah, that would be safe for him.
Yeah. But let's discuss why we didn't have our podcast the last 2 weeks ago.
Because
I
Spanky
could-
didn't want to man up and do a 2-person podcast. That's why. Fuck him.
Well, he was just lazy.
Yeah. Jacob. Yeah, Jacob's right. But the reason why we didn't have a podcast on the 19th, I think it was because that's when I recently started committing to changing my lifestyle.
Yeah, you mentioned that on a podcast.
Oh, well, yeah, I mentioned that I started jogging and that I would maybe join a gym.
Oh yeah, so you want to elaborate some more?
But during that podcast, the Saturday before that podcast, that's when I had officially joined a gym and started trying to eat healthier and going to the gym every now and again. But everybody had their own shit going down that weekend, because I remember that's when I found out that you were going to be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started changing my lifestyle. Matt was gone with his girlfriend.
No, I was here.
No,
Tuesday
the
to
weekend.
Wednesday night.
No. You were gone with your girlfriend the first weekend you guys had together.
Yeah.
And then Jake,
It was
what
beautiful.
What were you doing?
Why would you say we all have shit going on and then not even account for me?
Because I forgot if you did anything.
I don't know.
What
I don't
was going
remember.
on?
He had
Maybe?
work that night.
I just
No,
remember
he
that.
didn't have work.
No, I was free. I remember because we were
That's-
chilling at one point.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were.
you came over that
I
night.
just realized that.
They
So
would've
why
just-
the fuck did we not have a podcast?
That's why you said no 2-person podcast, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not comfortable with just a one conversation.
see, I thought it was fine, and I was like, dude, let's do it.
Matt was busy being new Hitler.
Look,
What was
I
Hitler's wife
have
name?
I have concentration camps to open.
Thought he was gonna say cancer. Trying to make him feel bad.
But
Got- Got
it
new
just-
camps to open up.
it just the
Sorry.
whole reason that podcast didn't happen was because since I was distracted with other things that I didn't come up with a topic list, I couldn't secure people for the podcast.
I
Jacob
told you.
said he had Taekwondo, so I just assumed that he wasn't going to be able to make it. All I had was Matt.
and we
I was
could
just
do
like,
it.
Fuck it. Wouldn't have it. Wouldn't have it, Matt. I'm sorry.
It'd be funny if I was like, "Hey, let's do the podcast." You were like, "Yeah, let's do the podcast." Just the two of us.
Good times.
Bring it back to basics.
Fuck both of you.
Yeah,
Wait, or just Spanky.
No. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit. Just because
You wanna
Jacob
call
got
him
you a
out?
girlfriend
Hold on,
doesn't
catch him
mean
on it.
you can't be fucking mad at him anymore.
Catch him on this one.
But
Well, I mean,
'Cause he
it's
actually
fake
said both
anger
of you.
anyway.
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of your fake anger, Matt.
Use my fake anger
But-
at you.
but
Go
I
tell
was-
Jacob to go fuck himself right now.
He
Go
did. He said both
hug
of you, though.
yourself.
Motherfucker, you will tell him to go fuck himself.
I'm not doing it.
Go caress
do it.
your own back and
But
insert something
he
into your
introduced me to a
Civil
girl that I
War.
really love, and she's awesome and amazing and perfect. I can't be mad at him.
No, you got her now. So, fuck Jacob. He can't
Why
do
would I fuck him?
He can't do anything at this point.
What if I fuck his
He could
girlfriend?
resist.
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying, like, what could he do? I don't know. He could resist my advances.
Okay, you literal piece of shit.
And as far as I know, roofies are not legal in Louisiana. Let me check that.
Well,
Kidding.
Let me double check my information. Hey guys, I'm gonna exit this podcast early to go to the bars if you don't mind.
okay, let me check the chat. Let's see.
Oh, so yeah, Matt. I was about to bring up Maddie. I forgot to bring that up as new things in everybody's life. But after I bring it up, we got to start talking about everybody else's new things. I have a new vehicle now. Instead of having to use my brother's truck every single damn day, I now have an SUV that is currently in the shop getting fixed up.
Nice.
Dude, we could totally be like Van Bros.
Oh, I'm just
Not a
I'm
van.
just real quick.
SUV, sport utility vehicle. I know.
Is that
they're
going to
big.
be a new show
They're
on Spank and
big.
Jake? Van Bros?
Wait, I just realized I got more space to hold shit.
I just want to make sure he knows, like, I was kidding.
No.
Yeah,
What?
so I'm pretty sure he
Making
is.
sure.
too.
Yeah.
You're the one we're usually not sure of in that regard, Matt.
You know what, Taryn? Fuck your girlfriend.
Is that how about?
God damn it.
Wait, is the audio going, like the live audio going out, like lagged by like a minute or two?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
a
I mean-
minute, like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, because I just noticed that the responses come in a little late.
Yeah, that happens.
That's a normal thing.
2 peanuts. What? Girlfriend. Quote unquote.
Quotation marks.
2 peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Ha!
I'm just gonna do that at least every 5 to 10 minutes.
Well,
Just
technically,
dropping
if you put
another
a
one.
salt shaker and a battery on a table, you have assault and battery.
I saw a political cartoon about assault and battery and money laundering. It was a laundry. It was a dryer with money flipping around in it.
Damn it. A man tried to sell me a coffin today. I told him that's the last thing I need.
Why? How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it.
Okay, I'm starting to get flashbacks of the Pretty's last podcast.
Wait, hold on,
Wait, wait,
Mads.
wait.
Mads, that was a high five, not a hi to you. Oh, there. Okay, all right. Hello to you too. Oh, wait, high five.
Don't kiss your wife with a runny nose. You might think it's funny, but it's not.
Oh my god. Y'all are terrible.
When I went to choir practice, my dad could have done this because I was in choir. When I went to choir practice, don't forget a bucket. Why? To carry your tune.
Let me just I'm gonna go ahead.
Pull out
and,
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say
One
one
more.
more.
Me
One
too.
more
for
each.
you. Okay, okay.
You go first.
Oh, okay. I burnt my Hawaiian pizza last night. I should have put it on aloha setting.
I hate you guys so much.
2 guys walk into a bar. The third one ducks. That's like saying a man walks into a bar and he says, "Ow."
I'm just saying, Spanky's finally getting his life together, going to a gym, and y'all are gonna fucking choke him out.
Whew. I can breathe. Oh, Maddie with the puns.
Pansexual. All right.
Tuna fish.
Okay,
right, so topic list?
We gotta read what they say.
Hey,
for the
hey,
people listening.
don't try and don't try and one up our dad jokes. We're the best here.
We're the ones with the voice.
You hold no power here. Alright, what the fuck did we already talk about?
I don't know.
Wait,
we
can
went
you
way
make
off
that
the rails
bigger? 'Cause I
tonight.
can't read that.
Okay. You guys don't need to worry about that. That's been talked about.
Ooh, Final Fantasy.
What was it?
Wait, what's the cross out
What are you
thing?
doing?
There it is.
Why not?
How about you hurry the fuck
Why
up?
don't you just delete it?
He's so slow.
You're
so handsome.
First, could we please enlarge the font?
I hate you guys.
Spanky.
There you go.
Jesus.
That's all you get.
Just give me the first, like the
All right, Ode
name of
of
it.
Remake.
Aww. Okay. Okay, let's actually talk about.
Can I actually talk about something real fast?
Do you wanna
Quite
talk
quick.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fuck you.
That's it.
No. So, did anybody else see the new Call of Duty trailer?
Yep.
God.
Well, I didn't
For
see the trailer, but I've heard a ton about it.
Infinite Warfare.
I'm not
Infinite Warfare.
Not even.
They're going into space.
I'm not even worried about.
and not like
no, listen,
we're walking on the
listen
moon.
to
I
me.
mean like spaceship. No, fuck you. I said he did it. He did it. He did it. Yeah. I was talking first. Infinite Warfare. They're going into fucking space with giant ass space battleships and shit. And you want to know what? Usually I'm like, you know what? Fuck Call of Duty. I'll play it like they'll be on like right now. I'm playing Advanced Warfare. They're on the next Black Ops. Like I just got Advanced Warfare. So I was like, fuck it. And I saw that commercial and I was like,
moving on up to BO3.
you know, I needed to get a PS4 anyway for Final Fantasy 15. You know, I think I'm okay with this.
The main reason why I bought a PS4 was for Kingdom Hearts 3. Every other game.
It's never happening.
It's just anyway. So, if you didn't know, I don't know if you do, but with that game, with Infinite Warfare, they're also re-releasing a updated graphical version of the first Modern Warfare,
Which I'm super excited about.
and everyone's pumped about it. And I'm excited.
Captain Pro.
But only 10 maps of the multiplayer.
I don't even.
So which I would
don't
assume
even-
would be the original 10 maps. Not any
Shipment
of the DLC.
better be fucking
right.
in
I'm
there.
not
I swear to
even
God,
worried.
if Shipment's not in there, I'm going to face fuck someone.
Is it
I
your
fuck-
girlfriend?
fuck
Myself.
fuck-
Please let it be your girlfriend.
fuck face fuck.
Nope. Taryn's gonna get a dick in his mouth.
Hey,
Only Maddie's.
hey! Only Matt. Only Maddie's dick
Okay,
belongs in his
Spanky's
mouth.
gonna get a dick in his mouth.
Only mine.
Jacobs.
Only Jacob. They both did it. And
Okay.
then it was at that moment they knew what had to be done next.
We should start a channel together, Spanky, on YouTube.
Dude, that sounds like an excellent idea. What do you want to call it?
Spank my Jake.
Things channel.
Stuff and things. Stuff in things. You know.
Stuff and things.
Stuff
Spank
and
my
things and
Jake.
things.
Spank my Jake.
Spank my Jake.
Or
just
spank
said that.
in Jake.
I don't remember any of like the other like would-be names for the
Did
channel.
we ever have would-be names?
I think we
I
kind
thought
of
we
went through a
just
couple.
one and done it.
We went through a couple and they were like Spank and Jake and they were like yeah sure. But I forgot what the names were for the ones that just didn't make it. Phantom Erections. That'd be a cool. That's gonna be my next channel.
Okay, Bluebee.
Are
you doing anything with Bluebee?
Well, I'm not at this present time right now.
Well, he added me on PlayStation. That's
true.
a step up.
I need one of those.
I really, 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 really want a new lens, and it's so frustrating to not have the money because
But you could still work with what you got.
Yeah, you
I
can
know.
work with what you have.
I know.
And yeah, you might not get the best quality, but at the end of the day,
You're gonna look better than like 80% of people anyway.
yeah.
not anymore. Like the minimum is like 1080 now.
Okay, fine then. Go get the NVIDIA Stargazer.
For people who don't know what we're referring to, can you explain what Bluebee is, Jacob?
Bluebee is gonna be my personal channel where I guess it's primarily gonna be vlog based content, but I mean it could be really anything. So
You can have a podcast, Jacob.
I could
You can
have
make your own podcast.
the Bluebee podcast.
Yeah, make it a thing.
Nobody who actively is placed on the Spank and Jake podcast. The Hey We're Friends podcast is allowed to go onto the Blue Bee podcast because you know what? Fuck that guy.
So happy. Knew he was gonna do
Does
it.
anybody
Happy.
does anybody else think Blue Bee, in the most sexual way, kind of sounds like blue balls?
I thought it sounded like booby.
I was gonna go.
Like
that
if
way.
you
Yeah,
if you
it
know
was
if
gonna
you
be
say it
Blue
fast
Bee.
enough, it sounds like a channel about boobs.
That
Bluey.
was
Blue Bee.
a happy accident.
Do a video game speed runs with Matt. Call it the Aryan race.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. Like, he's telling us what to do. He's got better ideas than we've ever come up with.
Hey guys, let's add a fifth onto the podcast next time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both of you need to be replaced, so he
Hey.
can replace both of you.
Yeah. Good enough. Would you name it the Blue Bee Podcast though?
If I had a podcast,
I would name it the Booby
I
Podcast.
don't know. I mean, maybe.
And what would be the stuff that you would want to talk about? Like, it can't be free form like us.
Why not? Don't tell me what to do with my channel, you son of a bitch.
Well,
Oh,
I think that like for your like if Blue Bee would have a podcast, I think like you would like more actively discuss like I don't know more serious topics.
honestly, not necessarily. Could be. It depends.
Could be Blue Bee.
Yeah. It would be more like of a. We know, man.
What, you going
we
for a
know.
topic?
No, who is that
That's
person?
Cadron.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he was on
Episode 10.
Yeah. On the Skype call podcast.
Oh! Okay, I remember who you are now.
But anyway, what was I
watched
saying?
that podcast.
Oh right. Those things would be more like live streamy, like less. I mean, it wouldn't be like podcasts. You know, it would just be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question though.
What's up?
If each of us were to make a separate channel, we all work on Spank and Jake, right? But if we were each make a separate channel, excluding Spanky, since the Hey We're Friends podcast is basically his child. If we were to have a podcast for our own, what the fuck would we talk about? Taryn, you go first.
You caught me off guard.
I know you were texting.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Podcast.
If you were to make your own podcast, what would you talk about?
What wouldn't I talk about? Everything that we can't talk about on this.
What can't we talk about?
I don't know.
We literally had a 10-minute conversation about which type of vaginas look cute.
Yeah, but there's so much more to cover.
Mine were going.
Don't
detail.
I
just
would-
glaze
I would-
over
Mine would
it.
go
I would-
deeper. A
I would
deep
have
dive.
I would have Matt as a personal guest every month, and we would talk about his personal insecurities for at least 30 minutes.
Matt would discuss his plans for world domination. Sorry, I meant New Hitler.
Which I'd rather not do again.
Oh,
Vagina monologues.
No, if I was to do mine, it would be deep dives into video game psychology and movie psychology.
What do you mean psychology?
Like the ways game designers use certain mechanics or movie makers use certain types of lighting to manipulate what you think.
we could do that on Spank and Jake. I would be down to have that podcast with you.
So you trying to take his content from him?
Oh yeah, I am.
Well, seeing as I'm not going to put it up on my channel, because my channel, 90% of everything that goes on it is unlisted because it's just for school.
Pretty sure we have
Did
more
he
subscribers
patent it?
now, though.
Yeah, we beat Matt's channel, so fuck you.
No, game theory and film theory is about random weird things that's like, what if this is true? No, I mean like the psychology, like the fact that if I use dramatic lighting in a scene, I can tell you so much in just that one picture that the character may be experiencing some form of duality or a decision that they have to make. Stuff like that. Not like film theory or game theory where they take like, is Luigi stronger than Mario thing.
Yeah, like the main difference.
That would be more like
between-
Death Battle.
God damn it!
So that like the difference
There's a
between
YouTube
like
channel for everything.
so the difference between your podcast and those respective channels would be that you would be analyzing the content about what the author, the artist, is trying to represent or trying to say,
Yeah.
while game theory / film theory tends to overanalyze and tries to come up
With
with
new things like
Yeah.
that may or may not be true, but I would try to look at
Like, would
what was
this
the author's
happen?
intent.
If
Would
we
you-
by
Yeah.
chance if we ever actually do that, I'm in on that.
It'd be more like thought experiment kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What would you name it?
I don't fucking know. I already told you it's
The
not going up on my
Dimebag
channel.
podcast.
The Dimebag. Diamond Toke.
Just
The
so you know,
Rollerscast.
the Dimecast podcast was actually a thing at one point.
Dimecast
Really?
kind of reminds me of
Yep.
Dreamcast.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. All of those videos are unlisted now. You can't see them.
One day.
No, you will not.
We'll put them up on
Okay,
the Spank and
so
Shake as like
if you-
archives.
Me?
Yes, if
Is
you
this
did
my
a
turn?
podcast.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Bluebeat podcast. So you see about the Bluebeat, the Bluebeat podcast.
The BB. The booby cup. The booby
Anyway.
cast.
The Boobcast. Well, like I said earlier, the thing with the more serious topics would probably be just like live streams with just me, unless I wanted to talk to somebody about it. I guess it would be like more of a podcast format. But anyway, it honestly would be free form mostly, but certain podcasts could have certain themes. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like just be like it's always going to be
specific.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think any podcast could really be completely non-freeform, though.
You know what I don't like about us, like right now? Like we're all watching different shows, and if we both like watch a show, it's not all of us. It's like two of us at most. Because I know me and Matt got The Flash. I would love to discuss The Flash. Oh,
hey.
Taryn!
3 people here
Look,
got Flash.
I haven't been
DC
able
Legends
to.
of Tomorrow.
I haven't been able to keep
Daredevil.
up with any of that shit.
Yeah,
But
because
I
it's too
have kept-
fast.
Oh!
Yes, I have been able to keep up with everything that pops up on Netflix, but as far as stuff that pops
Because
up
I
on
would
normal
love to,
television,
like-
I can't keep up with
I
it.
would love to discuss more like TV and movie type things, but
Oh.
I don't know what you've been watching, or like if you would ever be interested in watching what we've already watched.
I got you.
Yeah.
So,
Get-
like, you're saying if you had like a
Things come out
separate
the day after
podcast, it
they're
would be
released on TV.
Like reactions, like speculation,
something that
just
like
talking about. You know how people have to talk to somebody once they see something.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be that
your
podcast.
your podcast would be who you speak to about that something.
So 90% of the time, I just call Dylan, rant for 5 minutes, and then be like, "Okay, bye."
Because-
And you can actually ask him. That's how it happens. I'll call him up and be like, "Did you fucking see this?" And he'll be like, "No, I didn't watch it." And I'd be like, "I don't give a shit. I'm spoiling it for you anyway." And then I go on a 5-minute rant, and I'm like, "Okay, thanks." Click.
Does
Yeah.
everyone here watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
No.
I do.
Fuck that shit.
Wow.
Uh,
Well, God, it's really one side of the table here now, guys.
I feel
See?
like we
That
just
was my
cut
own
the
dad
table
joke.
for it. Yeah. think
Anyway,
you should build a
there was a
deck.
point in the show I got really excited about, and I like phoned Spanky up.
oh yeah, you did. Didn't you make me come over to watch it?
No, I came over here and made you watch it. Alright, anyway.
But like I have that relationship with Alex because I can talk to Alex after anything we watch because I know that he watched it, and like we watch all the same shows.
Okay,
I
just
would
wish I
love
had
to
cable.
have that reaction like with you guys.
so that's what your podcast would be. If
Yeah.
you could make another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd kind of be like a book, TV, movie club.
Alright.
A
I mean,
visual
I-
club.
And video game club.
Well, I'm not that like I don't know immersed in video games as everybody else here is. Even
I am
though, like
super immersed. I play everything.
I think out of the four of us, I am literally the most casual player.
Who would be the
Yeah.
most immersed player?
I would say
Depend-
you.
Probably
Yeah,
depends
I
on
would,
the
I
game.
would go with Matt.
I play a lot, but I don't. I mean, I don't know. I do other things, I guess.
Wait, are we? By what would you be judging that off of?
Well, okay, so.
How many games have you beaten?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that would be.
That's
it
a
would be
long
like
list.
amount of time spent playing like per week or whatever. You
Oh,
know,
then
Oh.
do you? Well, I mean, I don't work.
Oh, right.
That's literally what I do all day, every day.
Right now, it would not be a good judge of time, seeing as there's 4 days out of the week guaranteed that I am not going to be touching any kind of video game whatsoever.
I mean, it could be argued that that's sort of like a video game.
If you think about it, yeah, you're actually kind of right. Anyway,
Pressing the right buttons.
anyway, But I mean, I've played a shitload of games, like, and I don't mean just like, oh, I played them for a bit. Like, I deep dived into a
It's
lot
like
of
you
games.
start off and then you want to start learning every little detail.
Yeah,
about-
and then like I'll get like 100 hours in, have learned everything because I've reread the Wikipedia 6 times, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll come back to this in 2 months, and then I'll go play something else and deep dive into that.
Mhm.
And every game I ever play, if it's got a Wikipedia page, I've probably read everything on it.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having like a passion for something, you know. I think what would determine who does it most is the amount of passions you would say you have. Like, I feel like I have several different things that I do, and that each take up time, you know.
Mhm.
So okay, list off all your passions. Don't count your girlfriend. We both know that we'll
Are we
both
talking
say our
like
girlfriend.
game wise?
Yeah, what
No,
kind
Are
of
we
passions?
talking games?
No, like all
We're
of
trying
your
to
actual
we're trying to
passions.
decide who
many
plays more
passions do you
games.
Singing, well, music, I guess. It would be general for music. Games.
I feel the same way.
I'm really trying.
I feel the same way.
I'm really trying to think, and like whenever I can't answer when I'm asked
RPGs.
questions. MMOs, RPGs,
Starts listing.
JRPGs,
It's that scene from
KRPGs.
it's that scene from Anchorman when the guy just starts listing everything he sees in the room because he doesn't know what to say.
I love lamp
Okay.
brick.
So for me, it would be books, movies, like filmmaking in general, photography, video games, video game psychology, technology, and science.
Surprised, like nobody has made a
Oh, and
someone
vaping.
vaping. We get it, man. Anyway, I'm surprised nobody has like made a this person's mom joke.
I thought we were rational adults here, Jacob.
Fuck
Yeah.
It said I'm gonna bang your mom one day.
You mean
Slam her.
Slam her.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam your mom.
quote
no. Yeah,
unquote?
I think that's.
Wait, have
all
we
of my
ever
passions.
told that?
So yeah,
I
you
think
probably
we
are more
have.
than immersed
On the
than me. I think
podcast?
you win.
Yeah.
Can we tell it
I have a
again?
bigger state
Why?
library than you.
Although I'm still,
It's funny.
Okay,
I
we're
am good
cross
on
talking.
that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
I'm trying to
Y'all
back
were the
away
ones
from
who
the
keep
mic
talking.
to have a second conversation.
You started the second conversation after we had this conversation. Fuck you guys.
Our conversation was actually, relevant to what we were already talking about. Y'all went off about fucking moms.
Hey guys, Spanking Jake, Civil War.
I already made the joke. Pick a side.
Civil War.
We'll
Hitler's-
win, by the way.
New Hitler's passions. Eradicating the Jews.
Wait, that's yours, Spanky.
Hey, I'm not new Hitler. I'm
But
old
you're
Hitler.
you're
Oh,
anti-Semitic.
I'm the Hitler that killed Hitler. You're the new Hitler. You have a whole new history.
Yeah, I need to make a list of how if it would go off by MMOs.
Can I be
I would need
Lady
to make
Hitler?
a list. Find some.
Oh, if it goes off of like amount of hours spent within an MMO,
That too.
That's not fair though, because not everyone plays MMOs.
No, I'm saying just between the
Yeah.
two of us.
Oh.
We're not including you
You
casuals.
would win, man.
Oh,
If it was
Oh!
combined MMOs in total though, because
You casuals, he said.
filthy casuals.
I'm kidding. Because I put 4 years into World of Warcraft, minimum of about 16 hours a day, and then shortly after that, I played RuneScape for a really long fucking time, so about 3 years in that, about 12 hours a day. Played some EverQuest.
I don't know if he's trying to sound impressive.
No, it's sad. It's fucking
Trust me,
sad.
whenever you start to
I
think,
know it.
when you start to think, is he saying this to try and seem cool in a way? You're in the back of that person's mind who's explaining. They're just like, oh god,
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
to say
no.
this.
oh god, I can't realize all the time that I put into all this.
Like no,
It's like
like
a
some
deep
people will
cry
be
for
like, some people will be like, oh, he's trying to sound cool, but really, at the end of the day, when you've sunk that many hours into a game you no longer play, and you've sunk that much money into a game you no longer play, like, I'm not kidding you. When I quit WoW, I was depressed as shit. I will not lie. At one point, there was a gun to my head. Don't know why I didn't pull the trigger, but it didn't.
Okay, wait.
getting into the sentiments of
Wait,
this
this
No,
is getting a little deep
no,
here.
No, like, I'm cool with it now. I'm all good, right? But, like, honestly, like, whenever you've put that much time into an MMO, 16 hours a day for 4 years, and then you just stop, like, depression really sets in as you realize you just wasted 4 years of your life, and you failed your senior year in high school twice.
See, I can relate to that, although I failed my sophomore year once. Oh, no, well, not because of the game thing. I just fell asleep because I didn't give a shit, and whenever I moved schools for like 3 months.
Yeah, so...
I feel like we were all basically the same person in high school.
And, like, y'all
Awkward
may say,
social
like,
life?
shit just got dark, but for me, it's like,
High
it's
school.
over and
Towards
done
the
with.
end, I was good.
I don't know, like, for me, it's over and done with. I can look back at it and be like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
But other people are like, whoa.
My first reaction to like you saying like you got like somewhat suicidal about it was like, I guess I had the impression like he wants to kill himself because he can't play, rather than the realization that
it was more like the realization of how much of my life I had wasted.
yeah. Once you explained it, I was like, okay.
The second I heard you like say that, I was like, I think we need to cut this. I think we need to end this
No,
conversation.
see, we don't need to end this. I thought this was a no censored podcast. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
We can, but when things get too real, it's
But
just
give
like,
the courtesy to
the
everybody
hell?
else's brain.
I guess like
we
okay.
have the audience to somewhat worry about.
Yeah, well, like what if like half of our audience has like clinical depression and like is
Then I'm
suffering
gonna
from
tell
like
you.
horrible
No,
stuff?
then I'm gonna tell you something about people with clinical depression. If you have if you actually have clinical depression, or if you are actually depressed or suicidal, don't be quiet about it. The hardest thing is to say something. But that's what you need to do. You need to find someone and say something to. And if you can't do that, then find something you can get behind that you're passionate about. Whether it's other video games that aren't MMOs, if that's what's leading you down this path. Or start playing Mario games because they're happy and fun. Or start watching a certain YouTuber that makes you smile. Whatever you can do to get through the end of the day, do it.
I have a question, Matt, for you.
Yes.
So in your moment of depression and like feeling like you wasted all your time and stuff, why did you feel like you wasted all that time?
Because I realized it didn't amount to anything. I had lost all of those friends that I had made, all of the accomplishments that I felt proud of. It dawned on me that they didn't matter outside of the game. In the game, I was a badass.
Did
Number
you
one,
lose the account?
No.
'Cause that, I
number
feel for
one,
that.
number one healer on my server. Almost had a world first on Lich King and during the ICC days. I was damn good at what I did. But when I finally stepped back and realized that it was the reason I was failing high school and couldn't keep friends for very long, and the reason why the only friend that survived with me out of high school was Dylan, and he was just as into WoW as I was, like, I realized, like, it didn't matter to anything. Like it was whatever.
But since then, you've
Okay,
really turned things around.
I think we should respond to the group chat for
Okay.
a second.
Yes.
Sure.
So, when Matt mentioned that whenever you're suffering from any form of depression, the best thing to do is to speak out, even though it's the hardest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Maddie posted, but people discount it as you looking for attention when you do speak out.
That's people who
that's
don't
not necessarily
understand.
true. I mean, some people, there will probably always be those people, just
Yeah.
because assholes, but
Yeah, but
I
I look at it at a standpoint, it doesn't matter who's saying it. If they're asking for help, they should get the help.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it's coming from. But if you find out that the person doesn't really need the help, then
Yeah.
that's just whatever.
Well,
they
I
can go fuck themselves.
I can actually say
you
something
still tried
on
to
that.
help.
Because my mom was very much the same way. I finally told her, and she said, "No, you're just being crazy." That's all she said.
The
She wouldn't
weirdest
take
thing-
anything seriously that I said. And honestly, when it comes to those types of people, fuck them. Because don't actually penetrate. I mean,
How many times have we made that joke?
we got it. We got it.
Yep.
It just
but
has
no,
to be dropped in.
seriously, fuck them, because they clearly either don't want to get it or think, oh, you're just doing it for attention. You're just doing it to get somebody to pay attention to you. And they don't understand what it's like. And it may take some time for you to find the right person. But There are people out there who understand what you're going through or understand that you have the means to hurt yourself, but still don't want you to do it. They may not even know who you are. They may not know your name. There's somebody out there who cares, or somebody out there who would hear your story and give a damn.
Don't actually hydrate.
Okay, next point.
Okay.
Keedron said, and to be honest, some of the best friends I've ever made were from WoW. So I don't have negative feelings towards it. I miss it sometimes. I just don't have the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, like, you haven't met anybody in the games that you would like to keep in touch with now?
Everything ended on a bad note. And
You didn't
like,
heal him properly?
No, that was working
you
fine.
you let the
You
team
did.
down.
You let them
No.
die, and you didn't rev them.
No. Rev them.
You gave them.
No.
You had to give the red stickers.
Everything ended on a bad note with my guild, and afterwards I really didn't have the drive to continue playing. And yes, I miss those days. I miss that feeling of accomplishment. But every time I've tried to go back, it just doesn't work. And I would love to have met some of those people in real life, because Spanky's heard me talk about them. Like, I speak of them with reverence. They were a second family to me, a harbor when me and my dad were going through some of our roughest times, and I can say with confidence that me and my dad have the shittiest of relationships. And
Matt, I think we're clones, but
Yeah.
I just look different.
yeah,
Hey,
So-
me too.
I could
Oh
say
no,
that.
I was
I
going
was
with the
so
whole
gonna
thing,
say
not just
so.
that part. I was going with all of it.
I was gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna go that mean. Anyway, but so, and they were amazing, but everything ended on a bad note, and I can't get it back, and it sucks. It really does. And I would love to experience those moments of just joy when you've been working on the same raid boss night after night for 2 weeks, and you finally down them, and you see that achievement pop up that you're rank 3 out of everyone. You know, that kind of shit. Like, there's nothing that makes you happier than seeing that you were at least in the top 5 guilds to ever down this boss, ever, in the whole world.
First month's release of Dragon Soul.
Huh?
Cataclysm.
Wait.
World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
No, I know which one.
First month's release of Final Dragon Soul, like not the raid finder.
Which boss?
I meant Final Deathwing.
Ah!
High five.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
No, I get it. And that's...
Although the most annoying part is the fucking on his spine.
God
I hate that.
damn it.
Oh,
I get it.
I don't know.
No, I get it. And that was actually around the same time that our guild broke up.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I'm so glad I got out of it before Mr. Pandaria. For some reason.
Actually, it wasn't as bad as you would think after the first few months. Towards the end, it was actually pretty decent.
But I
Okay, I agree on that,
completely
too.
Understand and can relate to your sentiment to everybody that you've had, because I feel the same way about like everybody that I've met online. Like, I haven't really had like friends through an MMO, but I've met people through chat rooms, like forums. Like, I've met people through there and formed relationships, and I miss a lot of them, but I still keep in touch with like a sixth of them. But the other 5/6, I miss them, and I wish I could talk to them and see how they're doing. But I'm so glad that I have the few that I still have today, like Lindsay, Keedron.
Honestly, all I have is Dylan. He's the only person, and the funny part was, we went to high school together, and we just barely talked in high school. We were literally like, "Hi, how are you? Oh, you play WoW? I play WoW too." I can honestly say we met through WoW.
It's the
Because we
saddest.
met at high school, but we didn't actually get to know each other or end up realizing that, hey, we could be friends until we played WoW together. So-
It's the saddest thing when like you're feeling nostalgic and you realize that you can't go back to revisit it because it's gone.
Yeah. And
Like with a video game or something, you can be like, I could just play that again, enjoy it with nostalgia lens. But when it's an event and when it involves other people, those people could be gone. and it's the
And-
most depressing thing ever.
And that's honestly it. That's what kept me in WoW was the people. And when they disappeared, that's when I didn't have any love for the game anymore. It was because the people that I played it with for 4 years, the same guild. So many people switch guilds multiple times in their lifespan in WoW. I stuck with the same group of people for 4 fucking years.
You know, it's sadder to say than that. I had the experience of meeting people online and making good friends with them, but my experience wasn't from games. You ever heard of Zat?
Is that?
It's a giant
What's
server.
that?
It's a giant server filled with online chat rooms. But it's not like you're an anonymous thing. You can legitimately put your own picture up, make a whole fucking name. The whole premise of it was role playing. It
Okay.
was back whenever I was like
that
I
was
like
yeah, that's
That's how I met my friends on Yahoo Chat.
Mm.
Because on Yahoo Chat, you can make your own themed rooms.
Yeah.
People made accounts
Exactly.
specifically for characters, whether they were original or they were role playing somebody that already exists.
Everyone was Gara.
Sadly, I was Neji, but
Hey!
but
I was.
it was
okay.
a long
I never role played Naruto ever. It was
fuck you, Spanky.
It was Yu Yu Hakusho.
oh fuck yeah.
Okay,
and,
I can get behind
fruit
that.
baskets. for
I'll
me.
take some Yu Yu
Okay.
Hakusho high five.
Yeah, I can take her. Yeah.
I would if I could reach.
But fucking
Okay.
How do I say Yahoo funny? Yahoo?
Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Yahoo!
That's how they say it in the commercials, man. I love it.
Yahoo?
Yeah, Yahoo.
Now I feel like
Can I
self-conscious
Yahoo
about
your
how I'm
name?
saying it.
And I Yahoo your Yahoo. But Matt, what age were you in these times?
25.
I started my my sophomore year of high school.
I was!
You could be the he.
I started, it was like my freshman or sophomore year of high school, and I was 16 at the time. And then I played until I was 20. And I actually graduated high school at 21 because it was right before my 21st birthday. I dropped out of my second senior year and ended up going to a different school after I quit WoW.
Whenever I went through the whole Zat thing, it was I actually started at like 11, and it soon later on in the year I went on until I was about 17. That was about the last time I got off of Zat, or I went to check in, because the further on in years it got, it just kept getting. I was in between that and all the MMOs and everything that I was playing, so
Well-
I would get on and off.
Also, what happened alongside it, that was a big major factor, was that was also around the same time that I started to have my ulcer issues, and pretty much coming to terms with the fact that at any moment if I get into a car wreck, my stomach's probably going to rupture and I'm going to die. Like, even a minor car wreck, or I eat too much spicy foods, my ulcers could rupture and,
We're eating
kill
Indian
me.
tonight.
Any of that. No, anything. So that was another large part as to why I was depressed during that time, was because it was like, I realized, oh, I can't go into the army now. I've been planning to do that since I was like 4. Shit. What do I do with my life? I have no idea.
And now your nickname is Dime.
Yep.
Oh, how
Well, no,
things
my
have
nickname
changed.
has been Dime since
Oh, how
I
the
started
mighty
WoW.
have fallen.
My nickname has been Dime since I started WoW, because my name, I played a warlock at first before I started healing as a priest, and my name was Dominicus, and then somebody shortened it to Dim, but I didn't like it, because it sounded like everybody was calling me stupid. And I wasn't stupid, I was good. And so...
I would have called you low light.
So finally, one of the GM's brother, Ryan, he changed it to Dime, and it stuck. Like, I've used that ever since, and that was within like 3 months of me starting WoW for the first time, and I've not stopped using it. I used it when I played StarCraft 2, kind of semi-pro. I used it for every game since. I've just always been Dime.
That's like, actually, well, that's ironic. You got Dime from your guild. In Zat, I got, God, it's gonna be, the name spells out KYOSHIRO, but a friend of mine on Zat, his name was Ivan. He actually looked up the name that would fit me. Kaioshiro is supposed to be the 4th courageous son, and I'm actually the youngest of 4 brothers.
So you're the 4th courageous son. So that means there were 3 others before you that were more courageous.
That were the 4th son who was courageous, basically.
Okay. No, I got what you were saying, but I saw an opening.
That was honestly pretty good. Like
So-
snap for Matt.
I realized I started to do a dance, and I was doing the Maya He dance. Maya He.
Wow.
Maya Ho.
He is, as far as I know, not relevant on the internet anymore.
Oh,
No, God. But when I started using the internet, he was the
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
hell
that's
yeah,
all
he
of
was.
us. I got my first computer when I was.
I think that was actually
turning
the
12.
First viral video I ever saw.
Yeah, that was before viral was even a thing.
I remember there was like a video game awards show years ago, obviously, but probably over 10 years ago now, and they invited a bunch of they invited a bunch of or probably before that, but anyway, they invited a bunch of popular YouTubers to it, and he was one of them, and it was
Oh,
just
God.
like, wow.
If Spank and Jake ever takes off and we actually get invited to like PAX Geeks or some like VidCon or some kind of convention for YouTubers, and we get a panel, how would you guys feel about that?
I'd be ecstatic.
This is exactly how it's going to go. You 3 are going to be sitting there giving the panel, and then I'm going to be off in like a corner in a desk with a bag over my head.
You'd be the guy standing in the podium, like making all the announcements, while we, like the 3 of us, would like answer fan questions.
And then they would be like, "Where's Dime?" And y'all 3 would just be like,
Who the fuck is Dime?
They
"Who's
wouldn't.
that? We're looking for a new editor."
If we had an audience, they wouldn't be calling you Dime.
God damn y'all! I just don't want somebody to be like,
They'd probably be
"Search
like,
Matt Taylor," and then the first thing that comes up is Matt Taylor talks about cute vaginas for 10 minutes.
Matt Taylor's the new Hitler?
oh,
God
Click here
damn
to
it.
find out more.
Matt Taylor just saying it out loud just sounds like Rip Taylor, like his brother or something.
I already know the thumbnail for this podcast.
What?
It's gonna be Matt. What a swastika on band.
If you don't give me a
The rest of us need to be doing the march.
you have to give me a tiny mustache, and the 3 of you all have to be going.
Just have to Photoshop the rest of your mustache off.
Yeah, pretty much. Just put some skin color here. I really hope Bridget has not signed into this podcast at all.
We've never talked about her once.
we need
except
to
that you
talk
Facebooked
about. It's the
it.
end of the podcast. We need to talk about
Let's
it.
talk about Bridget. How's
3
Bridget?
minutes. 3 minutes.
She's amazing. She's the best thing that ever happened to me, and I love her.
All right,
Aw.
you still have like 2.5 minutes to go. Keep going.
You mean 3 minutes?
I don't know what else. I don't like talking about this.
So
Tell me a
Bridget-
story.
Bridget was the reason why you refused to insult Jacob for anything.
Yes, because he introduced me to a girl. Because me and Anel, broke up.
We're gonna bleep it out. Don't worry.
And
No, I'm not.
he's not gonna fucking scrub through that. What do you think
This
he
is
live.
That's the end.
It's live.
I'm talking about for when it's not.
Anyway.
No,
So,
I would have
me
to
and-
download it.
Me
Yeah,
and
man.
then
Anel
Yeah, man.
broke
upload
up,
it again.
right? And I was pretty much devastated at the same time as telling everybody, no, I'm good, I've got this. But on the
No,
inside,
no,
I was
honey,
like,
I'm good.
I fucking hate my life. And then a couple months later, I'm talking to Spanky, and I'm like, you know what? Everything's kind of going to shit because I always figured that I would find the love of my life and get married by the age of 25. I turned 25 this August, and I was like, I don't got anybody. I'm fucking alone. This is not going according to plan. And not even a week later, Jacob's like, hey, I met this girl. We didn't click. She might click with you. Go talk to her. And I'm freaking out like, okay, I need to get information. And he's just like, go talk to her. Go talk to her. So it takes me, he tells me at 9 a.m. It wasn't until 3 in the afternoon that I got up the courage and said something to her. We only messaged 4 times that night. And then finally we start up a conversation the next morning. We talked for a week. Then I go see her where she lived, took her out on a date. And now every other weekend I go spend the entire weekend at her house. And she is just absolutely amazing. Everything I've ever wanted in a girl. like literally perfect, and that's not me looking at it through the lens of ooh, new love. Like, I take a step back, I look at it rationally, I look at it analytically, I see her flaws and I see mine, but I see how we could both work through those.
We need soundboard. We need a soundboard. Aww.
Just like
No, no,
violin.
but like I see the problems that could come up, right? I already see them, but I also see how we could work through them, and we're both very rational. We both know that this is going to be a hard relationship due to distance, but we're both willing to work through it. We also both understand that it's going to be tough because relationships aren't easy. Relationships are work. And unlike my previous relationships, she actually believes in working on them. She doesn't expect them to just be perfect right off the bat. I mean, Taryn, you and Maddie have probably gotten into tons of fights.
Oh.
They got in a fight on this podcast.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
But y'all work through it, right?
Next
But
you know,
no,
Matt,
but wait.
Karen, you got 3 minutes.
But wait, Taryn. But every single time y'all have had an argument, y'all have worked through it, right?
But look at it this way. You know what, Taryn? Taryn.
The way we work through it isn't
Okay,
traditional.
Frankie,
but
in your
we
last
do.
relationship, did you work through it?
Taryn. You have the will to.
Yes.
That's what matters.
I have to.
But you can probably at least attest to the fact that relationships aren't easy. That you have to make them work. You have to, and my always like thing that I've always thought is, people say that love can't conquer all, right? And I know this, but if I have faith in that person to always try their best, they have faith in me to always try my best. I'm always pushed to do my best, and hopefully my faith drives them to do their best. So love may not conquer all, but if we both believe in each other, we'll both try harder. And on top of that, I don't really know what else you need.
That's adorable as fuck.
I think
man.
that's a
I'm
perfect
so
way to
happy.
end the podcast.
Oh my god.
See, we need the soundboard.
Matt Taylor, the new Hitler, and the John Cena of love.
No. Matt Taylor, the new Hitler, and the American heartthrob.
Honestly, with America today,
Matt's head on John Cena's
That would probably
body
work.
with a swastika on band. Thumbnail.
I'm just saying,
But with a little heart.
if we're
right
gonna
in the
go
middle
with
of the
this,
swastika.
we can definitely make a good reality TV show about this. The new Hitler
New
and
Hitler.
America's heartthrob.
New Hitler, American heartthrob.
Actual Adolf Hitler and Justin Timberlake in a sitcom together. Alright, whoa! We have to wrap up the podcast. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us to listen to tonight's show. I want to thank everybody who's here. Jacob, Matt, and Taryn.
Woo.
And
Yay!
I haven't looked at the calendar yet.
Woohoo!
Next
It's me,
podcast.
new Hitler.
What about the calendar, Specky?
I guess I wasn't outroing the show or
What about the-
anything.
Bye,
Continue.
guys.
We will see you in 2 weeks. And until then, you guys have an awesome day. Bye, guys.
Bye.